Hey, what's up YouTube, Mario here, and we're gonna have a lot of things coming with this reloaded update. I'm gonna go ahead and try to break it down as much as I can for you guys as fast as possible. Let's get into it. Alright, so first off, this update is going to be split into two parts. The first part is going to contain a farming content revamp and an overall system revamp. We'll get into that coming up. And then we will have a second part that they didn't announce what exactly is coming in it. They will be dropping more info about it on a later date, so stay tuned for that. We are going to be getting new 2A monsters, the Frankensteins and living armors. Honestly wish that they had a picture for them, but they didn't. Right off the bat, they announced a very huge change to Rift content. Rift the World and Rift the Raid are not going to be the same after this. Rift dungeons will only be dropping gems from now on, and Rift the Raid will only be dropping grinds, which is pretty cool. So now you can focus either or if you really need grinds or if you need gems. And what's really cool is that each Rift beast will be dropping specific gems now. So the fire will be dropping Despair, Vampire, Determination, and Fight. Feel free to pause here to check out which element will be dropping what. Of fucking course they'd make it so that the Swift and Vile had 5 drops instead of 4 in the slots. So far, I really think this is a really good change. I'll leave my thoughts for the end of the video. So you may be wondering, how the hell am I going to get fight runes now? Where the hell did they go? Well, they decided to put all the runes from the Rift Beast into Com2us dungeon. We'll be getting a new dungeon. This dungeon will be called the Spiritual Realm, and we will finally be getting a female boss in the Com2us dungeon. And you might be wondering, why the hell am I going to farm this? I only care about fight runes. Well, actually, we are going to be getting a new rune called the Seal Rune. This rune will grant the seal for 1 turn with a 15% chance when attacking the enemy. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understood this as it will allow you to negate other runes with a 15% chance, so no Vile procs, no stuns, potentially. I may be wrong here because I was taking notes like this was school, and my notes are different from what the effect states. And next up, we'll be getting a very cool change to Com2us dungeons. We'll be getting the Abyssal floor, which will essentially be replacing B12s. The difficulty of the levels will be modified as well. According to them, these floors will be very tough, and we can no longer use multiple monsters, so no more Trikaru, no more double Melia. We will have to work as a community to craft a new team for this. And they will be introducing a new season system where every 6 months, they will be making some tweaks to the bosses, so we will have to be changing our teams every 6 months. Once this update goes live, we are going to be getting the upgraded Giant's Keep boss and Dragon's Lair boss. Here's the roadmap for all the future Abyssal floors to come. They decided not to drop it all at once because they didn't want to overwhelm us and stress us out, basically. Of course, these Abyssal floors are going to be hard as hell, so they're going to be making some changes to the bosses like this passive, where it will now counterattack all the enemies immediately after the 7th hit. It won't just be one monster getting counterattacked, it will be all of them. And for the dragon, it will be attacking all enemies and inflicting 2 continuous damage for 3 turns. The damage increases if the enemy is suffering a harmful effect, which doesn't sound like much, but they will be getting an upgrade to their stats, so they are going to be harder hitting. There will be 2 Abyssal floor stages, Abyssal Normal and Abyssal Hard, basically B11, B12, but just on crack. Now you might be wondering, if I'm going to have to go through all this stress to rerune new teams, what am I going to be getting? Well, they said that they are going to slightly increase the chance of you getting a better rune. Keyword slightly. And you might be like me and think, honestly, is it even worth doing for a slightly increased chance of getting better runes? Well, they'll be dropping another new rune. This new rune will be called the Intangible Rune, and only one can be equipped per monster. When equipped, it automatically replaces 1 missing rune required to activate the effect. So basically, if you only have 3 Vile runes, you slap this baby on and you complete the set. Since you only can put 1 on, it can only replace 1 set, and it cannot replace 2 or more rune sets. This is honestly a huge game changer because you could get 1 really good Intangible Rune and use it throughout all your sets. Like, say you get a really good slot 2 speed with crit rate, attack, HP, and defense substats, and the crit damage or accuracy innate, and it rolls really well. Now you can use that on your Swift set, Vile set, Despair set, any set that you want. Now they're finally making a huge change to rune power-ups. We no longer have to see the rune power-ups fail a bajillion times and waste hours on this. We can instantly power up our runes to plus 15, saving us so much time. They are also going to make it a lot easier to distinguish what kind of grade rune you have, legend, hero, or rare, by displaying it to the right with the legend, hero, or rare in different colors. It will no longer just say legend from plus 12 to plus 15. They're also going to make a slight modification to runes. When you sell these runes, you're going to be getting mana and this new material. I believe, if I remember correctly, this new material will allow you to craft new 6-star legend runes. We're also getting a huge change with artifacts. We'll be getting a plus 15 drop right off the bat, we no longer have to power it up at all, saving us the time it takes to power it up and then thinking if the substats are worth keeping it or not. They will also be reducing the number of artifact substats from 40 to 33. Here are some of the substats that will be removed if you want to go ahead and pause it, but some of these will be getting a slight rework or they will be combined with each other. Like attack and defense increasing effect will be combined with each other now. Same thing with skill 3 and skill 4 crit damage. And we'll also be getting a new one, which is first attack crit damage. Not exactly sure what they meant by this one. And then another thing for artifacts, they will be reducing the amount of materials required for artifact conversion changes. We'll finally be getting a huge increase to rune, artifact, grindstone, and gem slots. Oh my god, it's so little. Like, come on, at least increase the runes to 1500. Why are they giving us so little? I guess the other two are okay-ish. They will also be making a change to the way we evolve our monsters. We no longer have to max them up before evolving. We could just evolve them at any level. So if you summon a 5-star level 1 Masha, you can instantly evolve her to a 6-star level 1 Masha and then go ahead and level her up. We're also going to get a new UI for this. They're also going to be making a lot of minor changes. Some of them that I won't be going over so I can save you guys the time. Now, I know you see Oliver and I know you see attack bar. They're going to be making a lot of changes to attack bar absorption. It's something that they're going to change for a lot of mons that they're going to go over in detail in a dev note before the update. So stay tuned for that. So now only the first attack activates the Despair Rune effect regardless of landing a glancing hit. So now even if you bring a multi-hitter like Stella, her skill 3 will only stun with the first hit. And lastly, they're going to be yeeting away crushing hit effects. But yeah, I think I covered most of the important topics. Let me know if I missed anything down below. Now we do have one last thing. We did get a coupon code. Make sure to redeem it for 5 mystical scrolls. And now onto my quick thoughts about the update. I really like the changes to the rune power up. Super sick. Same thing with the artifacts. Love it. I think it's pretty cool that they're trying to keep Cairo's dungeon fresh. I like the 2 new runes. Really sick. I think they're going to be very useful, very valuable. Also a pretty nice change to the Rift Beast and Rift Raid. I like splitting up the gems and grinds. Pretty cool. Now you can focus more on one thing. Specifically in the Rift dungeon, you can farm the specific Rift Beast for the specific gem that you're looking for. Well, not necessarily specific, but it is narrowing it down. So you have a higher chance of getting the gem you want to drop. And now Rift Beasts are actually going to be worth something. I also like how the new dungeon will be dropping the runes from Rift Raid. So now you can specifically farm for those runes and they made it. So now you're gonna have to farm that for the new Seal Rune. I'm not too happy about the rune slot upgrade. They're not really doing much for that, even though that they were emphasizing runes. They didn't say that they're gonna be upgrading the overall graphics of the game, which is kind of sad. Hopefully that's something that they do in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this update in the comment section below. And if you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps my channel out so much. Hope to catch you on the next one. Peace.